My boyfriend Enzo sent me a wedding invitation. I thought that after years of being together, we finally had a result, but I found out that the wedding invitation had another woman's name written on it. When I questioned him with the wedding invitation, he said, "It's a blessing to let you be my mistress. Don't expect me to marry you." He doesn't know that I am the richest man in Yuncheng and have the capital. Enzo's family is nothing compared to me. If you want me to be your mistress, I will bankrupt your family. My daughter, the boy from Enzo's family has sent an invitation. He invites you to attend your wedding with him. Mom smiled brightly and looked particularly happy. This kid is so romantic. How can our generation keep up with the thoughts of you young people? My mother pushed the invitation into my hand with a bright and beautiful smile. She really wants me to be happy, although Enzo's family is not worthy of my family. We have always regarded ourselves as an ordinary family for many years. Enzo has no idea what my family does. What they don't know is that my family is the richest in Yuncheng. The Enzo family has been so successful in the business world over the years, mostly because of my family's instructions. Fortunately, Enzo's friendship for me has never changed. Also passed my test. I plan to give him a surprise at the wedding. Tell him I'm the richest man. I took the invitation and opened it carefully. The names of Enzo and Kai Jinglong made my smile freeze. What's wrong? What fun did that boy do? Mom came over happily, intending to watch the fun, and the smile on her face disappeared in an instant. She subconsciously comforted me. Don't be afraid, child, it must be the printer who made a mistake. The child loves you so much, it must be a mistake. Hearing this, my heart calmed down a little. Over the years, Enzo has been responsive to my requests. I knew his feelings for me and believed that someone must have made a mistake. It's okay, Mom, let's go to his house and ask. It's okay if these misprinted invitations are sent to me. It would be bad if they were sent to relatives. I subconsciously worried about everything about the wedding. After all, it's a once-in-a-lifetime wedding. I naturally didn't want to make any mistakes. This mistake in particular has a huge impact. The car quickly stopped at the door of Enzo's villa. I couldn't wait to go in. Enzo's mother and Enzo's sister Isla stood and sat on the sofa, chatting and laughing. Seeing me come in, Enzo's mother stood up and greeted me. "Elodie is here. Come and sit down." Seeing the smiling face of Enzo's mother, I felt a little more at ease, too. Enzo's mother has always been very nice to me, so she probably doesn't know about this. I was thinking about how to start the conversation when my mother followed me and handed me the invitation. "What do you mean? Mother-in-law, it's the wedding of our 2 children and you're making such a joke." My mother had a serious look on her face, as if she was going to accuse someone. I was about to persuade her, but Enzo's mother laughed and said, "Is there anything wrong with this invitation? It's the wedding of Elodie and our Enzo, sister. We have a good relationship, but the previous engagement was just a joke. It just so happened that the old lady liked Elodie, so this marriage took place." In the final analysis, it was also to reassure the old lady. Now that the old lady is gone, why bother holding on to it? Enzo's mother still had a smile on her face, but the words she said made people feel cold all over. Sister Isla also echoed, "That's right. Our Enzo family is a well-known figure in Yuncheng. It's impossible for us to marry someone like you. I advise you to give up. If you really like my brother, wait for my sister-in-law to come in and offer her a cup of tea. She is a very nice and generous person, and she might allow you to stay with my brother. When the time comes, you will live in the old house and don't go out easily, so as to avoid being discovered as the one who lost his sister-in-law." Hearing this, I was so angry that I was shaking all over. I'm Enzo's fiancé, and she wants me to be his mistress. Before I could say anything, my mother exploded. "What nonsense are you talking about? Who do you think your Enzo family is? How dare you bully my daughter? Since you are so insincere, the marriage is over. We can't marry into a family like you." My mother naturally couldn't accept me being bullied. If I hadn't held her back, she would have even pounced on them and slapped them a few times. But after all, this is their territory, and the 2 of us are no match for 4. Since they are so unkind, there will be plenty of opportunities to take revenge on her in the future. But before we do that, I want to know what Enzo thinks. After all, it's 5 years of relationship, not easy to give up. I was just about to call Enzo back. That familiar figure walked over from outside. When he saw me, his black eyes shone and there was a faint smile on the corners of his lips. "Elodie, you are here. Why didn't you tell me earlier? I could pick you up." He was as gentle as ever. I stared at his face carefully, and he seemed unaware of this. "Vomich, you're about to change your bride. And you still have the nerve to pick up my daughter when you're so unkind and unjust." Mom looked at Enzo with a sneer, showing her displeasure for the first time. In the past, Mom always treated Enzo as her own flesh and blood and was very kind to him. When it came to me, she lost all her composure. "Auntie, what are you talking about?" Enzo forced a smile, but a trace of guilt was clearly visible on his face. My heart skipped a beat and I looked at Enzo with disbelief in my eyes. "Enzo, tell me the truth. Do you know about this?" Although all signs pointed out that I was deceived, I still wanted to hear him admit it himself. After all, I can feel the obvious love over the years. It can't be fake. But why did he hurt me in the name of love, just because I gave him my heart? "Elodie, listen to me. We have been together for so many years and we have feelings for each other. But the company has some problems, so I have no choice but to marry Elodie's daughter. Only in this way can our company survive the crisis." Enzo explained in a slightly flustered manner, and gave me a heavy punch. I know better than anyone what Enzo's company is like today. He has the support of our Wu family, so there is no possibility of him facing any crisis. Everything was just an excuse he used to fool me. I closed my eyes, my emotions swirling in my heart, and tears welled up in an instant. My heart hurts as if it were pricked by a needle. I didn't expect that all my years of sincerity would be wasted. "Elodie, don't be like this. I'll feel bad," Enzo said affectionately. "Don't worry, when the group is through the crisis, I'll divorce her and rekindle our relationship. Even after I get married, we can still be together. I don't have feelings for Miss Ari. She will understand me." Enzo was about to hug me as he spoke, but I took a step back, feeling that the face I once loved so much was extremely disgusting. How could he say such high-sounding words? "That's right. My brother has promised you that it won't affect the relationship between you two. Don't be so ungrateful. With your family background, it's impossible for you to marry into our family. The fact that my brother is willing to continue to be with you is enough to show his sincerity to you," Enzo's sister Isla said with a proud look on her face. The way he looked at me was as if I was looking at some garbage. I sneered and said in a deep voice, "Our marriage is cancelled. We are no longer friends." "What? How dare that kid bully my daughter?" Dad was furious and immediately ordered, "Withdraw all investments in Enzo's company and tell those investors that anyone who invests in House is my enemy." The elder brother standing by was also furious. "Tell my brothers to give Enzo a good beating and make him cripple. Make him lie in bed for at least 6 months." Hearing this, I couldn't help laughing, and the sadness in my heart seemed to be relieved a lot. "Brother, are you a bandit? That kid bullying you is like shitting on my head. I'll make him shit on me for half a year. If he dares to bully my sister, I'll make him regret coming into this world." Dad also echoed, "I think your brother is right. Yao Yao, don't be sad. As long as you have dad and brother, no one dares to bully you. We were the richest people in Yuncheng. But Enzo abandoned you and married Elodie from a third-rate family. He is so blind. Dad will find you a few more, each worth hundreds of times more than Enzo." My mother looked at me worriedly when she heard this. "Yes, my dear daughter. Our family has nothing but a lot of money. If he dares to bully you, Enzo's family will be finished. I will announce your identity to the media in a while. I have already captured your expression just now with the camera. As long as you want, the Enzo family will be destroyed in Yuncheng in an instant." She touched my hand gently. Her voice was light, but filled with a solemn aura. Looking at the 3 people waiting for my order, I pursed my lips and said, "Enzo, I don't want it anymore. Since he cheated on me, I want him to pay 1,000 times the price." Enzo has no idea that his family is about to face a disaster, and he continues to cultivate his relationship with Ari Yinsha in an orderly manner. The 2 families set a date, and business contacts became more frequent. But the continuous mistakes still made Enzo a little flustered. "Oh no, Enzo, Pei's company has cut off our funding chain. Oh no, Enzo, the Zhong family cancelled their order with our company. Oh no, Enzo. Our company's secrets have been stolen." our work is suspected of plagiarism, our partner has sued us and is demanding a huge penalty. Enzo's expression changed again and again. After the investigation was fruitless, he could only yell at everyone, "You useless people. The company doesn't support you for free. Investigate. What is going on?" At the same time, RE Group's projects began to go wrong frequently. It was as if the engagement that day was a curse, plunging the two families into endless darkness. Almost immediately, Enzo approached me. When I saw him again, he had lost his graceful charm and was replaced by deep fatigue. His eye sockets were sunken, his eyes were dull, his beard was untidy, and he looked much thinner. If it were in the past, I might have been heartbroken, even feel distressed. But now, apart from feeling that this face is an eyesore, I don't have any other emotions. This face is not even as good-looking as the male college student I have been taking care of recently. To be precise, it is not even one-third as good-looking as his. He has an excellent temperament. Unlike the guy in front of him, if he wasn't wearing a suit, he would be no different from a homeless person. Too sloppy. I frowned and took a step back, my eyes full of disgust. "What are you doing here?" When he saw me looking so glamorous, his questioning tone softened a bit. "Elodie, my company has been having problems lately. Did you offend someone? Is that person taking revenge on me?" I raised my eyebrows slightly. "Oh, we have broken up. Who would retaliate against you because of me? You have found the wrong person. Right, now Ari Yuncha is your fiancé." After saying that, I turned around to leave, but he stopped me. "Elodie, I told you that I have no feelings for her. Can't you be more generous and wait for me? Just consider it as a sacrifice for me, okay?" His voice was more gentle than ever before, but unfortunately, this face and this body did not attract me at all. I didn't hide the disgust in my eyes. "I already have a boyfriend. Moreover, since you chose to marry someone else, there is no possibility between you and me. From now on, you go your way and I go mine. Don't bother me anymore." He wanted to pull me over, but was stopped by the bodyguard beside him. I straightened the corner of my clothes that he touched, and a flash of disgust flashed in my eyes. "Elodie, I know you just can't accept it for the time being and are angry with me. If you love me so much, why would you look for another man?" His voice was still conceited, as if no one in the world would want me without him. "Take this lunatic out and make him sober up. Stop disgusting people here." I frowned and ordered the bodyguard. Enzo was immediately dragged out. "Elodie Wu, how dare you do this to me? Tell them to let me go, or I will never forgive you in my life. Even if you kneel down and beg me, I won't even look at you." Seeing that I didn't care about the relationship, Enzo lowered his tone. "But how can he be compared with my current bodyguard?" He was immediately carried out by the bodyguard like a chicken. As soon as I arrived at the company, my parents held a press conference for me. "Yes, I am the chairman of the Wu Group and the richest man in Yuncheng that you have been looking for. This is my daughter." My father stood on the stage in a neat suit, extended his hand to me, with a soft light in his eyes. I walked onto the stage wearing haute couture and high heels, put my hand in my father's, and then appeared under the spotlight. A reporter recognized my identity and asked me questions in confusion. "Miss Wu looks like Mr. How's ex-girlfriend? Are you guys getting married soon? Is Miss Wu the person involved and wants to give Mr. How a surprise?" As soon as the reporter asked the question, the father's face suddenly turned cold. "How can a man like that be worthy of my precious daughter?" I curled my lips and said calmly, "Enzo and I were indeed boyfriend and girlfriend before, but he despised my humble family background and wanted me to be his mistress. I'm sure you all have seen the marriage between Enzo's family and Elodie, right? I have nothing to do with this scumbag." Everyone was shocked when they heard this. Wu is not stupid. She was afraid that others would covet her family's wealth, so she kept her identity secret and fell in love with the young master of the Enzo family for many years. She must have thought of giving him a surprise after they got married. She didn't expect that the young master of the Enzo family could not handle such overwhelming wealth. That's right, if I had so much money, I wouldn't show it easily. Men nowadays are too hypocritical. If you're not careful, you'll lose both your money and your men. Wu is really smart, a role model for us. If Master Hao knew about this, I wonder if he would regret it. After all, Elodie is not even as good as a finger of the Wu family. Listening to the discussions in the audience, I curled the corners of my lips. These reporters are quite aware of the current situation. Who said my family is going to marry Elodie? Enzo's mother's earnest voice came over and she held my hand, her eyes full of concern. Good boy, have you had a quarrel with Enzo recently? Why don't you answer your aunt's call? Enzo's sister Isla also came up eagerly. Yes, sister-in-law, you don't know how much I have missed you during this period. Of course, my brother misses you too. She looked at me in a servile manner, and the mother and daughter looked completely different from that day. I guess she came here to curry favor with me because she knew I was the daughter of the Wu family. I pulled my hand out without hesitation, with disdain in my eyes. Have you forgotten about your marriage with Elodie? You looked down on me at first and wanted me to be your son's mistress. Why do you miss me again now? I said with sarcasm in my tone. Enzo's mother's face froze and she quickly changed her words. We were confused at that time. You are the daughter-in-law in my mind. Yes, Elodie, I have decided to be with you. No one can take you away, Enzo's voice sounded. And he knelt on one knee with a big bouquet of roses and a ring in his hand. Marry me, Elodie. I was amused by their shameless behavior, and my father tried hard to suppress his disgust. What are you standing there for? You just let these people come and harass my daughter. No, Elodie. We have been together for so many years. How can we just break up? I know I was wrong. I have reflected deeply during this period. You are the only one in my heart. What, Miss Elodie? I don't like you at all. Enzo spoke quickly, fearing that the bodyguard would take him away. This is your favorite ring before. Don't you like this ring the most? I ignored your feelings at the beginning. Now that I have bought this ring back, can you forgive me for the sake of the ring? I glanced at the ring on his hand, and it was indeed the one I had set my eyes on back then. But what did he say at the beginning? Why would I wear such an expensive ring? But a ring worth 300,000 is effortless for me, and even less stressful for him as the young master of the Enzo family. But he would rather make me sad than buy the ring for me, just because my status was not as noble as he imagined. To be precise, it depends on the person. I originally thought that he had always been nice to me, but it was just some external things. But who knew that he would shamelessly trample on our love and even change the wedding invitation with another woman's name? It's absolutely disgusting. I sneered. If I wasn't the daughter of the richest man, would you buy the ring for me? And would you guys come and apologize to me? Elodie, what are you talking about? Auntie liked you from the beginning, and she was obsessed with you at that time. Even if she wasn't, we would naturally apologize to you. Enzo's mother said this with some guilt, and she probably didn't even believe it herself. Yao, I really know I was wrong. Please give me a chance. Just give our relationship a chance. Enzo knelt down and tried to beg for my forgiveness, but was stopped by the bodyguard. You should know my current status. Who am I trying to fool by buying such cheap things? I said with disdain in my eyes. Enzo thought I was relieved, and immediately said excitedly, as long as you forgive me, I will buy you any ring worth any price, 100 million. After all, marriage is such a big thing, we can't be careless. I looked at the manicure I had just done yesterday and said in a light voice. His eyes suddenly widened, and he pretended to be calm. Elodie, the Enzo family is no longer what it used to be, and the group has been in chaos for a long time. There is really no way. Oh, I raised my eyebrows slightly. So the group couldn't survive anymore. So you came to me. Your friendship towards me is just like this. When the crowd heard this, they looked at them with undisguised contempt. Why is that? I thought he really knew he was wrong, but it turns out he was attracted by his status. How disgusting. If Miss Wu wasn't the daughter of the richest man, she would have been kicked out long ago. How could this family have anything to do with her? This family just saw that she was valuable and wanted to get close to her. Shameless. The reporter cursed mercilessly, then filmed the incident and posted it online. I achieved my goal and was too lazy to argue with them, so I went to Yingbin building with my parents to celebrate. As for this family, they were thrown out of the door by the bodyguards long ago, looking miserable. Yao, today, in addition to our family celebrating your new birth, we also want to introduce someone to you. Mom looked at me with a smile, her eyes shining. I had a bad feeling when I heard that. Mom, I don't have the heart to do this right now. I don't want to meet anyone. After the Enzo incident, I had already seen through the things between men and women. I found a pretty boy to keep me company, and our relationship has always been good. The gigolo wants money, but I have plenty of money, so this kind of relationship is the most stable. What's more, the people my parents introduced to me were either rich or noble. How could I be as free and easy as I am now if I married them? Oh. You should meet him. He is the grandson of your Uncle Kai's family. He is as powerful as our Wu family, and has countless overseas assets. Just get to know him for the sake of the company. This press conference was indeed held in preparation for my taking over the company in the future. Thinking of this, my eyes flickered slightly and I didn't move anymore. Sorry for the long wait. A clear voice came, revealing an inexplicable familiarity. Looking up, I saw Kai Jinglong in a well-tailored suit. There was a stern look on his handsome face, and his deep eyes were particularly alluring. An inexplicable pressure came over me, which was completely different from his usual passionate appearance in bed. Isn't this my little Bai? How did he get here? Just as I was about to speak, my parents came over to me immediately, speaking in a very intimate tone. Good boy, I know you are busy at work. This is my daughter Elodie. You young people should get to know her so that you can take care of her in the future. My mother smiled brightly and introduced me to Kai Jinglong. Hearing this, I instantly lost my composure. This kid is the young master of the Kai family, and he also works part-time as a gigolo, so inward-looking. Or was it premeditated? You're too polite, Auntie. I've met Miss Wu before. He smiled gently, and the coldness on his face disappeared. We are very good friends. Really, you actually know each other. You're really destined to be together. Mom tried her best to bring us together, but I was a little absent-minded. After the meal, I felt a little distracted. The look he gave him was also filled with displeasure. Okay, we've almost finished eating. Your mom and I will go back first. Now that you two know each other, you can catch up on the past. Dad said this, and without waiting for my reaction, he pulled Mom out of the box. I was so angry and was about to leave, but my waist felt tight and Kai Jinglong pulled me into his arms. His voice became gentle again, and he looked like a gentle puppy. But the arm that was restrained around my waist was like an iron clamp. Why are you running away, sister? You're too cruel for not coming to see me for 3 days. The warm breath sprayed on my ears, and my body softened unconsciously. It's really ridiculous. We have been entangled for so long, but I still don't know his true identity. I gritted my teeth and said, what is your purpose in approaching me? Why don't you tell me your identity? He placed a kiss on my cheek, looking at me with his deep eyes without blinking. Why else? Of course it's for my sister. I didn't hide it from my sister on purpose. It's just that my sister didn't ask. You think I'm a gigolo, right? Indeed, that night was absurd. I didn't think too much about it at the time. I just thought he was so handsome and wanted to indulge myself. But I didn't expect that the other person had such an important background. This is not the relationship I want. I tried to break free. I'm not interested in rich kids. Let me go. We're over. My sister is really heartless. She just slept with me and then left me alone. It's so sad that she lifted my skirt and didn't recognize me. His voice was filled with aggrieved feelings. As if I had done something unjust. Kai Jinglong, let me go. I was so angry with him that I reached out to hit him, but was restrained. I could only glare at him fiercely. My uncle and aunt want to bring you and me together. Anyway, we know each other and are well matched. What's wrong with being together? What's more, my sister is very satisfied with me in bed. Tilda. As he spoke, he placed a kiss on my face and locked my body tightly with his large hands. The two of us were very close and the air was filled with an ambiguous atmosphere. Stop talking. I don't need a young master from a noble family. I still gritted my teeth and completely ignored his temptation. Then if I give everything to my sister, will she consider me? His tone was sincere. His eyes were full of hope and caution, making it hard to refuse. The Kai family is no worse than my family. Are you sure? Hundreds of billions of assets. You're going to give them to me? I looked at him with a strange look. Why would the Kai family find such an heir? If you find an unreliable woman, won't you be ruined? The rough palm gently brushed my cheek, and the voice was soft and sweet. If it was someone else, of course it wouldn't work. But if it was my sister, it's another matter. How about it? Sister, do you want to try it? An hour later, Kai Jinglong and I left the box one after another, because I didn't want to make it public too soon. I deliberately kept some distance from him, but my legs became weak and I almost fell. Be careful, Tilda. He held me in his arms, with a wicked smile on his lips. Can I hold you? I'll be sad if you fall. When I saw his handsome face, I felt a little shy and my face turned slightly red. Let me go. Elodie, is this the gigolo you kept? Enzo said, and rushed up to hit him, but was restrained by the bodyguards around Kai Jinglong. You again, why are you still haunting me? I looked at Enzo with undisguised disgust. Enzo pretended not to notice and said in a mocking tone, Don't think you can stay with Elodie just because you are a gigolo. Elodie and I have been in a relationship for many years. It's not something a gigolo like you can interfere with, really. Kai Jinglong raised his lips. But sister is very passionate to me in bed. Tilda, sister loves you so much. Why didn't she do the most intimate thing with you? Sister and I do it every day. I didn't expect Kai Jinglong to be so shameless as to reveal such private things. With Enzo for many years, we really didn't take that step. After all, we haven't gotten married yet, and I always thought we were each other's only ones. After being stimulated, I felt that I was extremely ridiculous. So I indulged myself, but I didn't expect that I would get myself into trouble. My cheeks felt a little hot and I glared at him in reproach. Enzo exploded upon hearing this. Elodie, how can you be so despised? He is just a gigolo. When I wanted to touch you, you refused to do so. Now you let a stranger touch you. Have you ever loved me? I spread my hands and said, It just means that you got into trouble at the wrong time. Besides, he's not some gigolo, he's my boyfriend. Seeing that I acknowledged his identity, Kai Jinglong smiled and held my hand, interlocking our fingers. To be precise, he is my fiancé. My uncle and aunt have agreed to our marriage. As Yaoiro's ex-boyfriend, you will receive an invitation to our wedding. Thank you for letting Yao Yao go and giving me a chance. His eyes were full of provocation, and Enzo was furious. Elodie Wu, what's wrong with you? You would rather be with a gigolo than with me. Do you still want to save the Wu family's reputation? I frowned. Since you chose someone else, I have nothing to do with you. Besides, he is not an ordinary person. He is the young master of the Kai family. And he is a perfect match for our Wu family. As for you, I glanced at him coldly and said in a chilling tone, You are not even worthy of carrying our shoes. Someone, kick him out. Also, spread the word that anyone who has dealings with Enzo's company is an enemy of our Wu family. His expression suddenly changed. Elodie, you can't be so cruel. Enzo was dragged away, and the world seemed to be quiet for a moment. The depression in my heart seemed to have eased a lot. Let's go, sister. Tell uncle and aunt the good news. There was a slight curve at the corner of his lips. Suddenly I remembered what I just admitted, and my heart beat faster for no reason. Is it too late to regret now? I asked tentatively, and the cautiousness in my eyes seemed to please him. He smiled brightly and pulled me into his arms. No, sister. Once you've said something, you can't take it back. This man is really... My parents were very excited when they found out we were together. It was natural for us to date like before, and since we were in a relationship, he even became more wild and bold. Not only did they detain me during the day, they were reluctant to let me go even at night. But my parents are very supportive of this and urge us to have a grandson as soon as possible. Not long after, I was proposed to. We were having so much fun in bed that I didn't have the energy to say no. There is no possibility of regretting. Because of offending us, the Hao family was completely paralyzed and declared bankruptcy soon after. Enzo became a lost dog. Even Enzo's mother, who had lived a life of luxury, had to work as a cleaner to make a living. Enzo's sister Isla became a mistress because she couldn't bear to give up her wealthy life. She was soon discovered by his original wife and beaten into a fool. After that, Enzo came to see me many times, but was blocked by Kai Jinglong every time. Kai Jinglong sent Enzo to Africa to collect feces, and our wedding began as scheduled. At the end of the wedding, we kissed each other. For a moment, I seemed to be the happiest woman in the world, a blessing in disguise. I found my true other half. From now on, everything will be smooth sailing. Next, let's listen to the next story.